Hi guys, my name's Dan Case. I'm a disabled veteran. Uh, Today I'm going to try to give you a block of instructions on how to, I don't know, make it in a power position. I'm sure many of you are maybe tired of being stuck in a low rent job, but don't really know what to expect as being a manager or vice president of something that doesn't necessarily work, but does more calculations and uh, sick calls, and like this, giving blocks of instructions and motivational speeches to people to keep them in the family. Uh, in order to have a successful company or even small business, you must have a direct chain of command that follows the guidelines of the company policy. When people start to deviate from these guidelines that were written to make a company successful, uh, there is no room for failure, which, as we all knew, leads to termination of employment. Uh, and in these days and ages, it's hard enough to get a job, let alone to lose one because you couldn't follow the company guidelines. Uh, in most cases, comments and things like that from irate employees uh, would often say that I wish I was the boss, I would change everything. But in most cases, this is coming, from that irate employee, and the changes that they would make might upset the balance that the company accountant has provision for optimal profit sharing, and has nothing to do with the employee complaint in general. So you have to watch things like that. Oftentimes you refer back to the happy life, happy wife scenario, but it also falls under employees and customers. Uh, Once you start to deviate from that plan, uh, your company will pretty much implode on you, and either you'll lose money or get terminated in the long run. Uh, Now that you heard a little bit about this, uh, well, I can't really ask any questions, but I'll go a little bit broader into it. Um, in my experiences in general, it helps to have company meetings, to have your employees feel like they're a part of the family. Um, Also, safety meetings. Um, and you kind of just want to call your employees, not every week or, maybe once a month or quarterly, just to let them know that, the higher up is still looking at them, and, we know that they're there, see how they're doing, uh, and if they have any issues or anything like that, that they can't go to their boss with. I found that it retains employees more. They don't want to call off as much uh, or fake sick, to go to that ball game. Because in the long run, they know that they got to face the man, and he's pretty nice to them. But other than that, it's basically running overtime reports, things of that nature, uh, more than working. Sometimes you might have to go cover an employee shift uh, if you can't find a replacement or have someone readily available with the qualifications to do that job, and you yourself have to make sure that you're trained and are able to perform any task that you are asking your employees to do as well. That way, uh, a customer can't complain at you or anything like that, and everybody stays happy. So I've had a couple other occupations other than the Army, uh, such as carpenter, director of operations, vice president for a family hydro seeding company, uh, and so on. Uh, but I've always worked my way up the ladder uh, and replaced my managers or bosses uh, just with common knowledge, and that's a big part of it. Um, so it's not always about the books. It's being able to look back at past mistakes and not making them again, or catching uh, people that are about to make them, and say, hey, let's have a meeting about that, or let's talk about that. Um, preventive maintenance, actually. So, all right. Well, it looks like we're wrapping up here on our time limit. I could talk to you more about a few things, but it's been nice talking to you, and hope you have a nice day. Bye.